Well, last week we hauled a couple of old junkers home on our brand spanking new trailer. It did pretty good. I think we need to haul some more junk home, but we gotta go find it first. So let us get busy. Let me tell y'all, it has been a scorcher this week here in Tennessee. 100+ degree weather plus this humidity. Whew, been very, very hot. I didn't do anything yesterday because it was so hot. I got to get out and do something today. I told y'all last week, I was gonna try to haul 5 more junkers home. Well, that ain't happening. Been some stuff happening and I can't haul from that place right now. I won't go into it, but hopefully within the next few weeks, we'll be able to get over there and get some of that junk. I do have another place that we got 4, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. We won't get them all. I'm gonna haul 1 or 2 of them. I got to go over right now and assess the situation and see what I've got to do to get them there in the woods. Got to see what I got to do to get them out of the woods. The one we're going to haul firstly has no wheels or tires, so we got to scrounge some wheels and tires up. Probably gonna have to cut some trees, and one of them has a big gully we got to cross, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Also, see this tire? Well, let me show you real quick. Here's the flat from the trailer. The hole was approximately right here. Well, you see this streak of stuff right here? Well, that's the plug we put in it. That day, it was so hot, those plugs were like slime, grease. I'd put it in and then pull the tool out. Well, the plug would come with it. Yep. So I finally stuck it in, twisted it a little bit, and yanked it real fast, and the plug stayed for a little while, and then it came out and, well, it stuck to the tire. That's why it went flat again. So I got some patches and some glue. We'll patch that up. I got my spare in the mail a couple days ago. Well, I put it on the trailer. It's gonna be the trailer tire, and then that's gonna be our new spare. I got me a wheel painted up. We'll get that fixed up sometime today or sometime this week. Anyways, let's get in the old hoopty 4-wheelie drive. Let's go over and I'll show you what we're gonna get, and we gotta figure out how we're gonna get it. We're back in the jungles of Tennessee once again. We're on the older gentleman's farm where I got Lockjaw. He sat right down yonder, maybe 200 yards. And then the old danged old Dodge was that way, and the 64 Country Squire station wagon sat over yonder. We ain't worried about them today. We are worried about this jewel right here. Yes, sir. For what I can tell, going by the grill, it's a 1952 Chevy. I don't think it's a Bel Air by looking at it, because ain't no trim on it. It's probably the, I don't know, did they have a 150 in 52? We'll have to study up on all that. But just at a glance, you think, well, this old car is in pretty good shape. And it is, just looking at it from the outside. Back end, it looks pretty good. What does that say right there? It's an old dealership emblem. Denny something, Milan, Tennessee, where it come from. Got a little rust right there. There's a dent in this door. Anyway, like I said, it'll fool you looking at it. You think, well, that's a pretty good looking car. Well, watch down here in this area when I shake this door. It has no floorboard whatsoever. No, sir, it's gone. There's nothing holding that, I guess it'd be a rocker panel to anything. It's a floating rocker panel. It's in pretty rough shape, but I still want to get it out of here. And well, y'all know me, I like junk. I like getting this old junk back on the road. People say I wouldn't fool with that. Well, that's just a challenge to me. I don't think any of the doors open yet. That one won't. What this back one? Oh yeah, it opens. But yeah, see the floorboard? There ain't one. See the rocker panels? Ain't none. There's barely a transmission tunnel, drive shaft tunnel. It ain't loaded down with junk too bad. There's a lot of old, what do you call them? Tubes. I told y'all, he used to be a electronics repairman. I think he wants to keep them. He's gonna give them to one of his buddies. Let's see if these doors over here will open real quick. No, sir, that door won't open. What about this one right here? Oh, the button won't even push on it. Ow, ow, we'll wait on that. Oh man, that hurt real bad. Whew. Anyways, let's pop the hood real quick. Look at the motor. I guarantee it's stuck. We are not, no sir, we're not working on it right here. Well, matter of fact, let me just show you the obstacles that we've got to go around, up and over, and all that to get out of here. Well, I got to cut some trees if I go this way. And then right down here where my truck is a pretty good ditch. Let me get down here and show you. Right here is the ditch right by my truck. I know it's hard to tell on video. I'm standing in it. And then there's the car right there. It's probably 3 foot deep, I'd say. But right here ain't too awful bad. Even up here, we might put some ramps somewhere. But the real problem is right up here. This is a gully that's washing away right through here. That's a pretty good gully. Yes, sir. You need a four-wheel drive to get down through there. So I don't know what we're going to do. Let's go back up through here. I'll show you the obstacles if we pull it out the other way. If we go forwards, we'll have to move this old, I don't know if that's a F20 or a regular frame. Well, part of it. It's basically just a rear end transmission. It'll have to go. Of course, we got some small trees we have to cut. Then we got this pretty good sized ditch right here. This may be the better way to go. I'm not sure yet. It's a wider ditch. It's probably 4 or 5 feet wide, but it's 2 to 3 feet deep. We'll worry about that in a little bit. Right now, well, let's pop the hood firstly. Just look under the hood. And then we got to worry about getting some wheels and tires on this thing. Well, there's the motor. Of course, it's a straight 6. I have no idea what size. I'm not a connoisseur of straight 6s. I don't know nothing about them, basically. Guarantee you it's stuck. Ain't even no needing fooling with it. But if we ever get it to the house, we might try to get it unstuck and get it running. You never know. But like I said, right now, I got to go scrounge up some wheels. This one is a 6 lug. That is a 5 lug. It's 5 on 4 3/4. You know, regular old Chevrolet car. He told me that Daddy swapped the hubs drums for something. That's why this 6 lug is on the front. I don't remember what he would have done that for, unless it was the old purple 51 in the barn. Down there 6 lug too. So I gotta find 2 6 lugs, and then I've got some 5 on 4 3/4 we can use on the back. Brakes being locked up, we may have to bring the big old hammer, just bust the drum. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But let me go hunting some 6 lug wheels and see if we can't get this thing up off the ground at least. Well, I was headed to the truck and come across this right here, a piece of trim. I don't know if it goes to this car or not. We'll have to do some research. It don't really look like it. Then I found 2 hubcaps. I have no clue what they go to. Anybody recognize that emblem? Another one right here we'll get up. And I found this drum. It's a 5 lug. Let's just see what size it is. It may go to this car. I don't know. By the way, this is a handy little tool here. I got it on Amazon here a while back. Use it for wheels, but I'm using it for, you know, this too. That is 5 on, it says 4.5. That's a Ford. Yep. Let me check that one more time. Yes, sir. That'd be a Ford, so it don't fit that. And that trim and hubcaps may go to a Ford too, but I'm gonna take them hubcaps. I like collecting them. Anyways, let's get in the truck and go find us some 6 on 5.5 wheels. Well, I found me some wheels. Let me get up here and show you what we got. Remember the 65 C10 we drug home last week? Well, you know, it was originally 6 lug, and he changed front to 5 lug. Well, it came with a whole set of these truck rallies, plus they had these on the rear, this type on the rear, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, that's the only one of the rallies that's got a tire on it that holds air. And then this one here, it's the same bolt pattern. Maybe it'll fit. All we need to do is drag it out of the woods anyways. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna get me some wooders, because I'm telling you, it's a scorcher today. I'm moving very slowly because of that. We'll go over and try these. This one here is really tall, and I'm afraid we won't be able to turn the wheel very much because of it. So if that happens, we'll get another one of them rally wheels and get one of the old trailer tires, see if we can't stretch it up across it. Anyways, I'm going to the house to cool off a little bit, and then we'll head back over in the woods and see what we can do. Well, I thought I'd found me some wheels and tires for the back, but as you can see, this looks like we're frying bacon on the stove. I ain't got no bead sealer, so I don't think that in there is going to work. I would use the two S10 wheels that we had on the Forte. Well, you remember one of them blew out. There's two more on that S10 frame over at Mama's, so we may head over and pull them off, but we're fixing to get rained out here in a couple of hours. So yeah, probably ain't gonna get it pulled out today, but let's head on over and see if we can't get two more wheels, and then we'll go over and maybe get it up off the ground at least. Here's the old S10 frame over at Mama's. I'm gonna get both of these rear tires. You know, I already took the front ones. We'll sit it on blocks or something, just keep it off the ground. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the wind, she's whipping. That storm's moving in. Let's hurry up and get these off. We'll head over to the woods, and maybe we can get the 4 wheels and tires on before we get rained out. I got the wheels and tires. Y'all look here. I found me an old sign. It was laying under the leaves right here. We'll put that in the shop. I don't know if you've seen in the background Cumberland DX service station sign across the back wall underneath the American flag. It was hanging up in the fold of that tree. I got it here a while back and hung it up, so we'll put that in there too. Anyways, let's head on over there and see if we can get some wheels and tires on this old car. It looks like the storm is going around us. The sun has disappeared too, which is awesome. Oh yeah, this dropped probably 15 degrees in the last 30 minutes. Feels mucho better than it did earlier. I lost the lug nut. There it is. I found it. I'm gonna jack it up, see if that'll go in there, but I'm pretty sure it ain't. If you see how tall it is. But we gotta try it because that's all I got. Oh yeah. I ain't got nowhere to jack. I can't get to the frame because there's a big old chunk of wood that he set it on. I guess we're gonna jack it on the bumper bracket and hope it don't break it. Yep, there she went. Yeah, I ain't doing nothing but bending the bumper up there. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Jack it up, maybe I can move that piece of wood over a little bit. Yeah, I'm bending the crap out of that bumper bracket. Let's see if I can move over some. On my knee. Good luck with that. It is molded, glued into the ground. This big old stump right here is what's got me where I can't get my jack under the frame or any kind of front end part. And the car's up off of it, but it's been sitting there for 50 years and it's basically glued to the ground. So when I find something to maybe knock it loose, we'll get it out of the way. Hopefully get this thing jacked up and get a tire on it. Well, I took my jack handle off, used that tire as a fulcrum, got that piece of wood, that stump out of the ground, got it moved. The jack is under the car where I can jack it up. And, well, look here, it won't go up. One of my pistons, it's a 2-piston thing. That one on the left is working. It don't do much pressure. It's just to get it up quickly. And then this one on the right is what does the work. Well, it's stuck now. Yep. Have no clue why. It ain't turning out good. No, sir. Let me see if I can figure out on this stupid jack. And then maybe we can get one tire today before the sun goes down. I don't know. Probably not. Well, I borrowed a jack from the older gentleman. maybe, just maybe, we can get this thing jacked up. I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out that that wheel and tire combo ain't gonna work on this. Then we're gonna have to go back to the house and do something different. All right, let's see if she'll fit. Well, it does. It's probably gonna hit right here when I go to turn it. Plus, what I do with the lug nuts? Here they are. This wheel is real thick because it's aluminium. Yeah, this probably ain't gonna work. Yes, sir. No, sir. It won't grab a hold to that one. I think what it is, yeah, yep, this won't fit. The center hole ain't big enough. So, yeah. Let's take this off. Let me go get that truck rally and put on here and see what it looks like. So this is just too big and it ain't gonna work. No siree. This is a different offset. So I don't know if it's gonna work or not. It might. We might get lucky. Oh yeah, let's see if it's locked up. No, but the nut ain't tight. He just ran it on by hand. There's no bearings in it. I don't care if it'll roll a little bit. That's all we're worried about. Let me let it down. And I got wheels and tires we can try on the back. Hopefully they'll fit. Going down. That might actually work. I think it's going to hit the fender right here though, so that's good. At least the steering ain't locked up. Oh yeah, that'll work. It ain't hit the fender. So that'll work. So I'll try to find me another tire. Put on another rally wheel. Let's do the back now. Woo. Yep, 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 yep. All right, let's see if we can get this here to go up. I'll tell you what, I might auto jack from up there. Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah! All right, let's see if we can get this little fella here jack-a-lacka'd up. This is a top hat frame, just like the old Forte is. I think the jack's fixing to come out from under it. Let me get that hunk of wood and sit under here and get another bite. There's a piece of trim. Wonder where that went. Does it even fit this? I don't know. We'll have to see, but I don't think it does. I'd like to get under that rear end and jack, but that didn't help us much at all. No, sir. Somebody remind me again why I decided to do this for a living. What in the world? There's something wrong with me, I guess. Try right there under the spring. Oh yeah, that's gonna work, I think. Whew. Ooh. I can't believe the brakes are locked up. It's only been sitting here 40 years. All right. You know what I didn't do? I didn't bring any kind of big hammer to whoop on this. So, I get to go back to the house, get a big hammer. Oh, we're going to have to bust that, I'm sure. Because we got to have wheels turning here in these woods. Oh yeah, I will return momentarily when I get a big hummer. Oh yeah. This might be difficult because we got a little tree right here in the way. Let's see what I can do with it though. Pretty solid. I think it's mostly stuck right there. I don't know. We'll whoop on it some more. It's moving. Oh, crap, a Lola. That tree is just right in the dad blame way. It's almost ready to come off. Come on off of there, man. Come on off of there. It's moving slowly but surely. Come off of there. Aggravating son of a gun, you. Woo. Chompa. Chompa, chompa. These cutters won't cut butter. There we go. Get out of here. Well, this feller go on up in here. I do believe it'll fit. Oh, yeah. Move this fender part away. All right. Let me move that wood and let the jack down. Going down. Well, we got two on it anyways. I've never worked this hard in my life. I still got two to go. Let's get the back one, and then we're gonna have to go get another rally wheel put on the other side and find a tire. I don't know if that tire may fit. We'll just see. Anyways, let's jack the other side of the back up and get that wheel and tire on. I'll see y'all in a little bit when I get this jacked up. The cover's missing off of the rear end, so that's not good. That's liable to be locked up. Yes, sir. This ain't working. I'm jacking up the whole dad blame car. It's gonna fall over. It did not look very stable. I'm gonna try to get in here, get it up, and maybe get that block of wood under it some kind of way. Let's see if that'll work. Well, we're going to scratch our paint right there. Let's see what that does. Now maybe I can get on that rear end a little bit. All right, let's see if she'll go under there. I don't think it will. No, sir. That old fender's pretty rough too, ain't it? I might need to get over here. Let's see if I can do that with the jack up on the frame. I almost forgot we got to break this drum loose. It just popped right in. Actually, it broke. Let me whoop on it till it breaks completely. Ta-da! Get out of here. All right, what did I do with the lug nuts? Ain't got a clue. As soon as I find the lug nuts, we'll put that wheel on. Here they are. I found them. I found them. All right. Down we go. All right. I just pulled half the floorboard out. Well, we got 3 tires and wheels on. I gotta go try to find something here. You know, I got a rally wheel, but I ain't got no tire. Well, I do, I guess. Them old trailer tires. If we can get it to blow up on that wide wheel, then that'll work. So let's head to the house and see if we can't figure something out for a wheel and tire. All right, let's break this down, see if we can't get one of the trailer tires to air up on it. This changer struggles with this type of wheel. The center of it is too big. The other day when I was trying to get some front tires for that 65, it ripped the bead off 2 tires. I may have wasted my money on this changer, I don't know. Well, it ain't gonna come off. Alrighty. This day is going great. So it just stalls the motor out because the inner part is too big. Now the motor's stuck on, it won't stop. What else is going to go wrong? Well, they put my tire back on, so that's good. The lever fell off on this switch down here, so that's even better. Have I ever told y'all about MLS? Yep. Somehow I got to get this down in there, get the tire back on, then try to take it back off again. All in a day here at This and That Garage Backyard Butchery Emporium, MLS capital of the world. Now, see if we can get it back on. Which one turns it? I done forgot this one here. Now, see how it ripped the bead off? I'll show you here in a minute what it did the other day. Let me spray it real good. Maybe that'll help it. I don't know. Probably not. Yay! About had it. About tired of this day right here. Sure am. About had enough of it. Now it's stuck in, well, that's all it'll do. Now, I'm going to try to get this just as high as I can get it. Nope. Did the exact same thing. Well, I just struggled to get that tire off for 15, 20 minutes. I don't know how much of that I'm going to show, but this is the second wheel I've had trouble with, and they're both been Chevrolet truck wheels. That's Chevrolet truck wheel. This one is too. The inside right here, you know, when you're taking a tire off, normally it'll sit here on the bead. Well, you got to drop it down here and let the tire shift that way so you can get it off. Well, this inside part is bigger around on these Chevrolet wheels, and I don't know why, and it's just, it makes it so difficult. Plus, I think this fella here is bent. This is getting hung on the inside over here, this part here, and it's just locking it up. So we're going to have to work on that. If I can, I may just buy a whole new little head there. I didn't know this wheel was going to be this bad. So let me go outside and look at the other one. If it's better than this, then we're going to use it. All right, I found this wheel. It came with that truck. I don't know, it's a 6-lug. It's the right bolt pattern, so we're going to use it. It's narrower, so those trailer tires will air up on it easier. Plus, it ain't nowhere near as rusty. But let me show you what I'm talking about. On this inside part here, you know, your tire sits here, you break it down, and it goes in this groove here, shoves that away, you take the tire off, makes it a lot easier. Well, this here, the inside is about 12.5. Now let's get that rally wheel up here and measure it. The inside of this is approximately 13.1/8. You might think, well, 5/8 ain't that much. Trust me, when it comes to pulling the tire off, it's a lot. And this other truck wheel, let's measure it real quick. It is approximately 13. So yeah, a 1/2 to 5/8 of an inch difference on this diameter makes a big, big difference. All right, let me clean this wheel up. Get out of here. One of these days, I need to take all these old junk wheels and we need a sandblaster. Well, that's too small for that hole. I don't have any of the other size, so we can't use this wheel. That is awesome. Fellas, y'all think I'm joking about the MLS stuff? No, sir, I sure ain't. It will wear you down. It gnaws at you till you just, well, you're ready to give up and just not do anything anymore. Well, you can't do that. You got to keep going, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to the store after a while and get a valve stem to fit that bigger hole, and then we'll get one of these old trailer tires here mounted on it because it'll never blow up on this. See how wide that wheel is? Then that old skinny tire, no, it'd be too aggravating to get to blow up. So that's what we're going to do, but I did want to show you this. This is one of the old trailer tires. Remember I told you I tried to get it mounted to this wheel the other day for that 65 C10, and I tore the bead up. Well, it's from here all the way around to here. That bead is just gone. It'll never air up most likely, and it's due to, for whatever reason, the Chevrolet wheels, this inner part is a lot wider. This is a Chevrolet car wheel, and it's just fine. I don't know. I don't understand that. Anyways, I'm going to go in the house and rest a little bit because this heat, it has just wore me out. I reckon I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll get that other front wheel on, and maybe we'll get that car out of the woods. I don't know. See y'all tomorrow. Well, it's been a few days since we fooled with this old car. I had to stop and go get all the vehiculars from the Mustang farm. There sits the 360 engine out of that old Ford truck. Some of y'all seem to be a little upset that I took that truck to the crusher. You said all it needs is a bed. Fellas, let me tell you, that truck needed much more than a bed. You can see daylight through the top of the cab in several places. Floorboard's gone. It's just, yeah, it was just gone. Anyways, we're back on this. Let me get this tire on. We'll take it over and get it on the car. See if we can't pull that thing out of the woods and get it back over here and maybe get it running. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Let us get us, this is tire us, upon us, this is will us, okay us, okay us. give her a little bit of sopa-lopa. Maybe it won't tear this bead up. The switch hung again too. That's gonna be aggravating. But yeah, it tore a hunk out of that bead right there. I don't know what to do about it. Unless there's something wrong with this head. I don't know. I may see about getting a whole new thing. Anyways, let's see if she'll air up or not. This air hose and chuck that's on the machine, it don't seem to put out a whole lot of air, so we're going to use this right here to see what it does. Well, it don't want to blow up, so we were going to take the valve stem out, see if we can't get a little more air flow through, get it to blow up. Sometimes you have to do that. Let us see what happens. Nothing happens. This chuck will not allow you to put air in without a valve stem. So that's good. I got another one somewhere else. Let me go find it and see if it'll work. Alright, I got a different air chuck. Let's see if this will allow you to put air in without the valve core in. Yes, sir. Getting a lot more airflow too. I need to clamp it back up so I can push down on it. Let's see what happens now. It's airing up, but it's leaking right here, probably where it tore that bead up. We'll see if it'll seal up. Yeah, it may do good enough to get it home anyway. These are the things that I have to worry with every single day I do stuff around here. Just little nitpicking stuff all the time. Alright, that's good enough for dragging a piece of junk out of the woods. Let's go put this on and drag a piece of junk out of the woods. Well, I got the last wheel and tire on it. And then I brought the older fella over here to get his approval on how I wanted to get it out. And he agreed. That's the best way to go. So I got to cut several little saplings. Got to get this tractor frame out of the way. We're going to head that way with it. I do have a danged old electric chainsaw. It's a bigger one than what I used the other day. Mine, I just can't get it started. Borrowed that from a handy dandy assistant. He says it cuts good, so I guess we're fixing to find out. The cutting began. All right, let me crank her up real quick. Wumpow, 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 wumpow. There's one. Oh, there's dead. Oh! Ow! Get on now. Hey now, watch out. Timber! I done knocked my camera over. I apologize for that. Oh, it set back on me. You sorry, sucker. a long way. As you can tell, I'm not a lumberjack. Hope it don't tear my camera up. Woo. A lumberjack, I am not. It's falling completely backwards from what I wanted it to. You son of a gun. I guess it was leaning that way. Timber! Well, I think I got a pretty clear path cut. I took the old logs that are cut down, put them in this ditch. Maybe that'll help us from bottoming out on that bank over there. Now, fellers, I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments about how I cut it wrong this way and I did this wrong. I don't care, fellers. I ain't a lumberjack. The trees, some of them were leaning downhill, and I just don't care. And I don't do it for a living, so I cut them however I see fit. Anyway, I gotta go get me some help, get the tractor, get this feller moved, probably move it up yonder. Then this old girl's coming out of the woods. Well, we got the old tractor frame moved out. Let me tell you, that little fella there's heavy. Picked it up with the front of my tractor, attempted to pick it up. He just picked the back of the whole tractor up. And them tires are full of water too. Anyways, we got it moved out of the way. We got the chain hooked up. The old girl, she's been sitting there 40 years. She ain't gonna sit here no longer. Well, we made it to right here, and this is where I wanted it. But all of a sudden, this wheel fell off. If y'all remember, you know, it didn't have any outer bearing. It does have the inner, but it didn't have the outer bearing, just the nut and the washer on there. Well, it spun the nut off. We can't find it. But I did find this, we call it a hitch pin. Well, it'll go where the cotter key goes, but then I need a whoosher. Well, Mayola had an idea. We got a bunch of telephone poles over here. Says he go see if there's any hardware on that telephone pole. Maybe there's a washer. Well, let me just show you what I found. See this pile of large telephone poles? Well, it's got an insulator on it. And that insulator got a great big old washer. Oh yeah. We get this nut off. We'll have a whoosher. We'll put that pin in. Hopefully that'll keep it on long enough to get it on the trailer and get it home. Ta-da! Well, the washer did not work. But y'all look what we got on there. That's a leftover cutoff wheel. Hey, whatever works, works. Let me go get my trailer. We'll load this thing up and take it to the house. All right, let's see if this thing will load up. Oh, my hook is hanging on my piece of chantel here. I need to turn that hook the other way around. I like to rip this rear channel off. What in the world? Well, we got her on the trailer without the wheel falling off, but let me tell you, it was real close to falling off. The cut-off wheel, it did not survive. It almost knocked the pin out. So we'll have to do something different when we try to pull it off, but hey, we got it on the trailer, that's all that matters. Let's get her to the house. Well, I managed to get the old thing home yesterday. I didn't do nothing else with it. I've spent the last 2 or 3 hours cleaning up the shop, hauling junk away. It looks a little better than it did. It was a wreck from tearing that old Ford apart. Anyways, I'm ready to get this off a trailer now. But I got to thinking, a lot of this stuff is similar to the old Forte. Well, I got the outer bearing off the old Forte. I believe it's going to fit. So let me try that. If it does fit, then I'll try to find a nut and a washer that'll fit that. I'm sure we've probably messed the threads up on the bottom, but maybe we can clean them up. I don't know, but let me see if this will work. All right, the inner race seems to fit that pretty good. So let me drive the outer race into this hub. And then maybe this will work. Hey, hang on now. What I should have done, I just now thought of this. Just put that whole hub on here from the 40. Then we'd have had 5 lug. Yep, I should have done that over in the woods actually. Let's leave that off. All right, let's see if that'll go on here. All right, let us get this on here. Then we'll get that bearing in there, and I got to go find a nut from somewhere. It'd probably be easier to take this wheel off, you reckon? Let me take this wheel off and make it easier. Yes, sir, it will. All right, that'll make it a wee bit easier. All right, so we can get this on here, like so. Oh yeah, then you put this little feller like this, and ta-da! If I can find me a nut, we got it. Let me see what I can come up with there. All right, y'all look at here, what I found. I found this washer and this nut. Let's see if it'll fit. I think we've messed the threads up a little bit. Anyways, this came off of dude's old front end, the straight axle. I just stole it. I'm pretty sure it's the same size. I'm gonna have to work with it a little bit because we'll probably mess the threads up, but as soon as I get this started, I'll be back and I'll let you know if it worked or not. Come on, man. Well, I can't get the nut to go on. Pretty sure the threads are messed up. So let me put the wheel back on, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do to keep that on there, keep it from coming off. Oh yeah. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wrap this rag around these threads so I don't mess them up any further. You know, look at here. We have an instant spindle nut with these vice grips right here. Now, it can move around a little bit, but it ain't coming off. Oh yeah. Let me go do this to the other side. It's got a nut washer on it. I just need to get that bearing off the old Forte, put it on that other side, and we'll get this thing off here. All right, I had to use both inner and outer bearings from the old Forte on this side because it only had the part of the race for the inner, part of the race for the outer, and that was about it. So, I'm even putting the seal back on it. Yep. Alright, there's the inner. Let me get the outer race put back in it. Alright, something fell out here. Oh, the inner race. We'll put that feller back in. Alright, let's see if this here will fit on here. No, sir. This inner race on the inner bearing must be different. This was on it. It fits. So apparently the 40 to 52 is different on the ID. Will it fit this bearing? If it will, then we'll just use that on this bearing. Oh yeah, it fit. Watch this right here. Oh yeah, look at there. How y'all doing? Now, I gotta put the outer bearing in and the inner race to the outer bearing in. Put this little whoosher on there. It's a little too big, but it'll do. Now I tried that nut that I got off of the 53 front end, and it fits. It's the right threads. I'll have to get a die. It's a 3/4 20 thread pitch, and that's not a standard thread pitch. So I'll have to get a die and clean that up over there. And that nut should fit, or probably just get new nuts. Anyway, let me get this tightened up real quick. Alright, I think that's plenty tight. Let me get the wheel back on. Y'all look at here. We ain't gotta worry about no bunch of wobble now. Alright, let me get cleaned up here. We'll get this thing off of this trailer. Well, there the old hunk of junk is. It's officially here at the shop now. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Well, I know what I'm doing right now. We're going to pressure wash it, get all this green stuff off of it. Then we'll get it in the shop, and I got to work on getting the doors open. I think this one here is the only one that'll open right now. And then once we get the doors open, we got to go through it and clean all this mess out. And all them vacuum tubes. I think he wants to keep them, give them to a feller he knows. Anyways, let's get the thing cleaned up because it's threatening to rain. You know what they say about polishing a turd, don't you? It's still a turd. Meat turd. Now that may be what we call this car, turd. Yes, sir. It's deceiving. It's deceivingly terrible is what it is. You first glance, you think, well, old car, it ain't too bad. Well, then you go to looking at it, and well, like for instance, this parking light over here, I didn't know this was rusted out like it was until I hit it with the pressure washer, and well, it come flying out. There's no floorboards, no rocker panels, they're gone. Every fender and door's rotten at the bottom. She's in pretty rough shape. I'm sure trunk floor is about the same. But here's the deal. I've always wanted a car or a vehicle that looked like it should have been in the junkyard 40 years ago. Here we go. And turn it into the biggest, baddest street sleeper you've ever seen. That was sort of my goal with Lockjaw, but I've changed my mind about him. I think we're gonna fix him up eventually. Now, I'm not saying that's what we're gonna do with this car, but it's a possibility. I really don't know what plans I have for it, other than short-term goal, get it in the shop and see if we can get that 6-cylinder broke free and get it running. But we ain't gonna do that this week. I really don't know what my plans are for this old car. I am crazy enough that I may decide to get it back on the road. I don't know. You never know. We do need to assess the situation a little bit better next week. Get the doors open, get it cleaned out, and just see what we're working with. And start with getting the motor running. That'd be nice. Yes, sir. You can't do it all in 1 week, fellas. I know some of y'all, that's what you expect, but no, sir. You can't do it all a week. You can't do it all a month. You got to take baby steps. So be looking for this over the next months, weeks, whatever. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blur, blur.